back to another video in Bret's Garage. I'm Bret, and today I'll be installing my P3 gauge from p3cars.com. So before we get started, please hit that like button. Not only does it help my channel grow, it helps these videos reach more people, and it helps motivate me to make more videos for you. So please hit that like button, and let's get started. Alright, so it's December 5th, and my gauge from P3 Gauges just arrived today. And I'm going to open it up and check it out. That looks like the OBD2 plugin. And this is the gauge. There it is. It's got a plastic covering on it right now. I'm not going to take that off until after I have it installed. But it's really small, pretty tiny. And then I got some stickers. Put those on my toolbox. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Shipping was really fast, especially considering I live on Vancouver Island. And it was coming from Ohio. So big shout out to P3 Gauges. Thanks guys, and we'll get this thing installed right away. I originally bought this gauge on Black Friday, and I got a really good deal for Black Friday, and it's taken me some time to get around to the install just because when I ordered these tools, I actually ordered them to my other address and had to go pick them up. So now that I have the trim removal tools and the gauge, I'll be doing the install. Leah, come here. This is Leah. She likes to hang out in the garage and help work on cars. And she's pretty funny. Leah. So normally I would be doing the video in here in my garage, but as you can see, I've got an engine cylinder head on the bench. I've got some pistons. I've got a monster turbo from Dark Side Developments. And got a camshaft. I got the second cylinder head over there. And right now the garage is being taken up by my Jetta TDI. If you're not familiar with this project, I'm currently taking the engine apart in my Jetta TDI, and you can check for those videos on my channel. I haven't done one in a while, but quick little update. I am just waiting to degas the air conditioning system, and I don't want moisture getting in my air conditioning lines, so I want to minimize the time that the system is degassed. I really don't have much time right now to be taking this engine apart and working on it, so here it sits until I have more time. So today I will be working outside. So we finally got a break in the rain, which is nice because I'll be doing all my work outside today, and most of my work I'll be doing in this area right here. When I ordered my P3 gauge from p3cars.com, they were actually sold out of the Volkswagen trim removal tools. So I ordered a set off Amazon. I don't know how good they're going to be. I don't know how well they're going to work, but this is what's in the set. They were pretty inexpensive, and they were cheaper than going to a local store. I might only use this one here, but I got a whole set just in case. Some of the other tools that I'll be using in this video is a simple flathead screwdriver and a T20 Torx bit. Now, I don't know if this one's going to work. I actually forgot my Torx bit set at my other house, and that's about a 2.5 hour drive one way. So I will not be going there to get them, and I will hope that I can get away with just this. Also for the gauge, it came with some options to come with the vent already installed, or with the gauge already installed in a vent. Obviously that would be more money, so I went the cheapest route possible, and I just got the screen and the control module with without the extra vent, and came with some stickers. That's pretty cool. I'll probably be putting these stickers on my toolbox here. Got a few stickers on it already, but maybe I'll throw this one up right there. To remove the headlight switch. To do that, turn it to the off position, push it in, and turn it to the side, and it should just pull out. And you're going to want to disconnect that. So now that the headlight switch is removed, I just need to remove this T20 Torx bit right where my finger is. And this is where I'm a little bit worried that this tool is not going to be good enough for the job. But I'm just going to have to be very careful not to scratch the black plastic here with the edge of the tool, which just means it's going to take me extra time to do a careful job. So now that that's out, I'm going to go ahead and take this panel off right here. And for that, I'm just going to use the standard flat-tipped trim removal tool. Now I'm going to go ahead and take out this little storage compartment here. Just like that. Now I have a couple more T20 Torx bits that I need to take out, and then I'm going to go and remove the actual vent itself. So if you want, you can actually remove this plug-in for the dimmer switch and take this off, but I'm going to just leave it there and work around it just because I don't have to take it out. I've removed the Torx bit right there so that this piece can come out. I removed the Torx bit here, one here, and one there. And that's all I'm going to do, and that just gives me enough room just to flex this panel down just a bit, just enough to pass the cable down through there. Well, that was a struggle, but I got it out and I didn't break anything, so that's good. And there it is. That's the vent. So for the next part, I've moved into my workbench where it is a tiny bit warmer, and I will be installing the screen in the vent here. But first, I got to take out the top two fins and yeah, go from there. So I'm going to just remove this, and I think you can just pull it out like that. And now I'm going to very carefully remove the top two fins. Remember when I said I was going to very carefully remove these top two fins? I guess I wasn't careful enough, and this is now broken. Snapped very, very, very easy. So unfortunately, that's the little tiny piece that broke. And it broke right in that sharp corner. So at this point, I don't know if I should run down to the Volkswagen dealership and order an entire new vent, because you probably can't buy just that piece. Probably comes as an assembly. And as I said earlier, I did not buy the extra vent just because I wanted to save money, but guess what? I broke it. So I've gone ahead and put the gauge in there. It still has the plastic protective screen on it. And that little break is actually right there in the corner. Doesn't seem like it's going to make a big difference. I was going to glue it back together, but now that it's all put in there, it doesn't really move around. And I don't think it's going to cause me any issues. So I've gone ahead and I've moved the cable into the second row of fins, which I think gives it a little bit more room to move around in there. Lets the fins move a little bit easier. So now I'm just going to put this back together and start putting the car back together. One thing to note is make sure that that little fork actually goes in between that little fin right there, and that is to control the side-to-side motion. This here's a little piece that I broke off. I'm pretty frustrated, I'm pretty mad that I broke it, but in all reality, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. It's not like these vents are going to be moving anymore, and as long as I just place it there and install it. So I have the gauge installed in the vent. I still have the protective plastic on the screen. And right now I'm just going to put this cable in the back here down that little hole. It's kind of hard to see. It's right there, that one. And I'm just going to make sure the cable is nice and straight when I put it in there. So this is a little cable, and I'm just going to feed it to the back just like that. Before I go install the vent, I'm just going to put the trim piece on the vent and then install everything as one piece. I got the trim piece installed, and right away I noticed how deep that gauge is actually recessed inside the vent. It looks a little bit off right now, but hopefully once it's installed it won't look so off. I still have the protective plastic on the screen. I'm going to wait to the very end to take that off. Now I'm going to take out the cable and put that in. And that plugs into the control box. Now to secure the control box to the inside of the vehicle, I'm going to be using Velcro. But this Velcro has got an adhesive back to it, so I'll be using that to stick to the back of the control box, one side of the back of the, or into the inside of the car, and that way I can always remove the control box if I have to, but it should be pretty secure otherwise. I don't know how much I'll need, but Probably about that much. Alright, so we've got everything hooked up and everything's wired properly. Yeah, it's starting to rain and it's getting dark out and I just need to finish this job. So the rest of this video, I think I'm just gonna hammer through it and get this done. I got the two-sided Velcro put on there and I'm just going to give this a clean with some isopropyl alcohol, make sure it's nice and clean, and then stick it in there and close everything up and get out of this rain. Just get a little bit of isopropyl on a microfiber cloth. Just give that a little clean in there. And that's where I'm gonna stick the Velcro. So there's the control module right there. I'm just gonna tuck these wires in, plug it in, and that's done. Everything is working and it's put away. And yeah, one last thing to do. Put the cover plate on and go for a rip. It works. I still got to take the protective plastic cover off. Nice. Boost. So I do have the track pack. I don't know how to access those features, but I'll have to do a little bit of reading and see how to get to that. So first impression of the P3 gauge. I like it. It's pretty nice. Right now we are watching the exhaust gas temperature. But my oil temperature isn't quite warm yet, so won't be doing anything crazy just yet. So the oil temp is 98. And this is going to be funny because right now it's measuring 4.1 psi. Let's see what the P3 gauge says. So right now I'm on EGT, throttle, RPM, shifts 0 to 60, boost, minus 20 pounds of vacuum, 21. So when this measures 14.9 psi, which is atmospheric pressure, that would technically be 0 on this gauge. Coolant temperature 215 degrees Fahrenheit. Air, ignition timing, and exhaust gas temperature. So my very first launch from 0 to 60 was 5.48 seconds. So I just tried to launch the car a little bit harder and got a slower time. 5.29. Best one yet. And that was not launching the car after the first drive with the P3 gauge, and I am pretty happy. I like it. One last shout out to P3 gauges. I really enjoy my gauge, and I really think the sticker earns its spot on my toolbox. I'm going to spray a little bit of isopropyl, wipe it clean. Nice. That's it for today's video. Thanks everybody for watching. Please hit that like button. Not only does it help my channel to grow, it helps my video to get seen by more people, and it helps motivate me to make more videos for you. So please hit that like button, and we'll see you next week.